Today, we talk about...
What do you think? Why do you think the comics here don't just start more mics? Do you think there's just not enough of a crowd for it?
It's not enough of a crowd for it. Yeah, it's hard. Well, it's gotten bigger. It's gotten a lot bigger, especially Yacht Club in Iowa City on Mondays. That one's grown. I remember when I first started out, that was a dog shit mic with a piece of shit host. Like, biggest fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'd heard about that.
Name.
Yeah.
His name's Tom Garland. You can look that out if you want. He's a piece of shit. But,
Shots fired.
Yeah, no.
Exposed.
I don't care what he thinks. No, he would do 30 minutes off the top and 15 minutes between each comic, which is fucking ridiculous.
Wait, 30 minutes?
Off the top. As
no
the host.
wonder no one fucking came to this shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, nobody came to it. He always did he treated
So the
it like
Tom
it was
Garland show. Got
yeah,
it.
no shit. Again, if you want to, you can bleep that.
No, it's up to you, man. You want me to leave it in? I'll leave it in.
I don't care. But no, and then it's grown significantly to the point where we actually have a crowd, which is great.
Dude, the
people
crowd
that
is amazing.
that mic, Spencer Laux, shout out to that guy. He's been doing a kick-ass job actually promoting it.
Yep.
And then Penguins it ebbs and flows. Where there's
it
some
definitely
weeks
does.
that it like has a fucking ridiculous crowd. Like the last few weeks have been really good.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't like to credit Jameson Cox at all, but that guy built it up, and then after he left, it kind of went down a little bit, and then I've been working at building it back up.
I don't know about that, man, because it's not like he's got the crowd that he brings.
No, yeah, that's.
Plus,
I've seen
seen
promoting and.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah,
well, I've seen bigger shows, or not shows, but I've seen bigger crowds at these open mics certain weeks since he's been gone. So
yeah, and that's kind of the thing. And I think a big part of that too is at the end of every month doing the showcase. That's definitely brought in a bigger and bigger crowd.
Really? Because I've noticed it's this way.
Really?
For the few that I've gone to.
Okay.
The first one I went to was a pretty decent crowd. The second one was, I think, the one I was hosting, and that one was just like paled in comparison to that crowd. And then the next one I just came to was also like a meh crowd.
This last one, the most recent one?
I can't remember. I don't know if you've had another one since.
Yeah, you weren't at the most recent one.
That was a big one?
That one was huge.
Fucking A,
It was
man.
huge.
God
yeah,
damn
there
it.
were a lot of, every table had somebody on it.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Shit.
But no, it's helped. We started that on Thursdays.
I was going to say, I feel like I remember when I first got here, you guys were doing it Thursdays and charging for it too.
We would charge $5 at the door, and then all the proceeds went to the comics. And then the owner was like, "Yeah, we're trying to do other stuff on Thursdays," which never happened.
Do they? Yeah, I was going to say, do they do shit on Thursdays?
We're if it gets to the point where we can get, that's where I was like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it on Wednesdays. We already have a crowd. Whatever, like we'll get that crowd coming in, and then eventually we move it back to Thursdays.
Gotcha.
So I'm working towards moving it back to Thursdays if I can get the next like 3 of them consistent.
I was going to say, man, any opportunity we have to like get more mics here would be dope. And obviously we have the comics, like even because like Thursdays at High Grounds Cafe in Iowa City, it's meh, right? But like, dude, that's your average
coffee shop open mics aren't.
They're not the best, but listen, man. In New York, that's your typical New York mic. It's just like 8-9 comics.
Yeah.
Just
only 8-9 comics.
And just sharing the mic, and that's it. And no crowd. And that's okay, because remember, it's all about just getting up there, right?
Experimentation. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, I don't know if you've gotten this after like a certain amount of time, like being on stage. I crave stage time now. Any stage time I can get, I fucking
that's
I
what
go for it.
That's the heroin addiction of a comic. Is like, dude, I need a stage time.
I don't give a shit if I'm getting paid. I don't give a shit if I'm not getting paid. Like, yeah, I'm actually starting another mic slash like month. It's going to be a monthly mic and showcase, mostly show. It's going to be at a place here in Cedar Rapids, but it's going to be like the last Sunday of every month. I was thinking about doing it as a DIY thing. Like
do it yourself.
Yeah, there's a pretty big DIY music scene in Iowa.
I see.
Which is like house shows, and like the way I interpret DIY is like doing art, like comedy and like music in places that it's normally not, like house shows, like bars that aren't normally venues. Just kind of like saying, hey, owner of this place, can we do this shit here? So I started out as that. I was like, all right, I want to do a monthly DIY show. Like every month is a different location. Then I realized I'm in grad school. It's going to be a lot of work. I don't want to do that work. I settled on just one spot. So, I mean, like it's going to be a monthly thing, which is, always in the same spot. But Yeah, I'm hoping to get like 10 comics on every time and like have it.
You should do it monthly on the weeks that I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try.
Dude, I can't tell you how fucking annoying it is. Like a lot of my favorite comics in New York, for whatever fucking reason, all their like special events or special showcases that they do are when I'm fucking here. I get so fucking annoyed. Like they were filming their specials for a couple of them. Another one, there was like 4 of them that are like my all-time favorite current comics, and they were all on the same fucking show. Of course, it was a week I wasn't here. I was just like, fuck, or I was here. It's annoying. But yeah, man, that's dope. I was thinking too, like we could think about other venues too, like a comic book store or like
and that's hard. That's the hard thing is like that's tough about comedy in Iowa. That's the thing between a big scene and a little scene. Big scene, there's so many more potential venues, whereas Iowa, there's potential venues, but people aren't as open to it. You know, it's like we don't, especially.
Why wouldn't you be open to hosting a thing that brings in potential customers?
You'd be surprised.
It's so fucking stupid.
They don't want to take risks. That's what Iowa.
What's the risk?
Yeah,
there's no overhead. There's no
overhead, no real risk to it apart from
it's not a rock
being
party.
Known as that, being known as that coffee shop or that comic book store or that whatever that has just a bunch of degenerate comedians coming in like once a week.
I don't know about that.
You know, like drives away other customers and just brings in this niche crowd, you know, which is what they're not my thought process by any means, but I've talked to other like business owners and stuff about it. Like, hey, do you think we would be able to do this shit here? And they're like, no, probably not. I'm not.
Maybe you're just not selling it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I should go with you.
Maybe. I'm not a good salesperson.
Be the muscle. Yeah. That's the thing. Maybe you just need a good salesperson. Yeah, I could help out with that, I think.
Yeah.
Just like fucking just shake them down. You know? Hey, listen here, buddy. We got to make this happen.
Crack some skulls, you know. Hey, assholes, we're doing this thing.
Or just bring James in. He's a tall guy. They'll probably be intimidated, you know. Hey, we're doing this here. But yeah, it's, I forgot he was here. I got to get him on this. Before he goes.
Yeah, he's here until
the end of the month, he told me.
It's funny how there are sometimes comedians that leave for a little bit and they come back. Yeah. It's like I don't know.
Why did he move?
It's for comedy.
Oh, okay.
For comedy.
Gotcha.
It's I think it's funny. I've seen it happen a lot in the few years I've been doing it. I see people like leave for a while to do like pursue comedy and then come back. It's like,
why? Because it just didn't quote work out. Like,
yeah.
But what's working out?
A lot of it is they didn't put in the effort.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying Jameson didn't put in effort because he still has his apartment out in Colorado, but like he's back here for other reasons. But you know,
I'm sure
there are other people that have moved back.
Yeah, I'm talking about in general. Like, what's making it? Like, isn't it just the whole point of being in the bigger scene is to like keep at it until you make it?
Yeah,
you know?
And that's you have to be able to. Before you do something like that, you have to be able to define what your success is.
Yeah, or that too.
Yeah. You have to be like, all right, well, what are the pros of me moving out here?
Right.
What are the cons of me? Like, what happens if I do it? What happens if I don't do it?
Right.
Like, yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works, but whatever. I mean, but also, why, if you're going to move somewhere for comedy, why wouldn't it be in New York?
Denver has a pretty growing scene. So does Minneapolis.
But it's not fucking New York.
Yeah.
Why, you just want to be closer to home in case you move back? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I got to ask him. I'll definitely ask him personally.
Everybody has their own kind of like, and that's the thing is like each scene is different.
Yeah.
Each scene is a lot more different than another.
Trust me, I know. I was trying some jokes last night that I was just like, yikes.
Yeah. I'm planning a trip out to Chicago at the end of this month.
Chicago.
Trying to get some shows set up. So
Chi-town.
anybody that watches this is in Chicago and needs an extra comic. I'm submitting to some showcases. I hit up some friends out there that come through Penguins on weekends.
Nice.
Like, hey, you know any mics or any shows or anything I can just hop on. You know, I'm gonna be there for like a whole week. So yeah.
Cool.
Figure it out.
So what was the other thing I was gonna ask you? Something about the mics. Oh no, I was going to ask you about last night. So you went to
roast of one of the local comics here.
Ryan
I like
Grant.
how this is a very niche podcast, so we're only talking about local comedians.
Whatever.
Yeah,
conversation.
No, it's one of the local guys. He's from like hour
Dubuque?
and a half away. Dubuque,
Right.
Dubuque, Iowa.
We're educating you guys on the geography of Iowa because I don't know where the fuck any of these
Right on the
places are.
Mississippi River. And that's,
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's the
right.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
We're that close to the Mississippi, 1 hour away?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't know
You
that.
know that?
Huh.
What'd you
Wow,
think?
I got to visit.
Yeah, the other side of the state is the Missouri River, so more geography.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the wild thing about Iowa. It's literally like the center of the fucking country, I feel like. Because everyone's always talking about...
Really? It's more north.
Technically speaking, I'm talking more like, oh my God, people are like occasionally going to Chicago, occasionally going to Minneapolis, occasionally going to Denver, occasionally going to.
It's interesting growing up here, just because like we're in the middle of all those different sports teams. So
Right.
it's
That's
it's
the
cool
other-
seeing all the alliances.
That's
like,
what I was gonna say.
yeah, like or the like whatever the what do you call it? Allegiances.
Yeah.
The allegiances.
Yeah, sports
'cause,
fans.
You know, the Rams used to be in St. Louis.
Oh,
before
that's
they were in
right.
LA, so
That's right.
like, it's an even like from where I'm at in Grinnell, Iowa. It's like the smack dab in the middle of Iowa. So like it was even distance between Grinnell and Minneapolis for the Vikings and Chicago for the Bears, and like Green Bay is a little bit farther north, but you know Green Bay still had its whatever scene, and then like Kansas City for the Chiefs, and then St. Louis for the fucking Rams,
Right.
And then same with like MLB teams, and none of it's in Iowa.
Yep.
No, we had nothing in Iowa.
Yeah, that's
we
what I
have
was-
semi-pro teams, but no.
And you
no
have
pro
University of Iowa, which has been doing pretty decent at football, I guess. So there's
teams.
that.
Yeah. College sports are a lot bigger in Iowa than.
Yeah, because they have to be kind of like Alabama, Roll Tide, all that shit.
Yeah, 'cause
but
they got
dude,
shit
that's
like
I've
that.
definitely noticed it. Just like any time I go into like a Buffalo Wild Wings, there's literally like a bunch of fans of like all the teams you just said: Kansas City Chiefs, Chicago Bears, Vikings, fucking all of them.
Yeah, same with baseball with the Twins and the Sox and the Cubs.
Yeah,
Sox
that's
and
crazy.
You see a lot more Cubs fans recently because of the fucking World Series.
Yeah.
I'm a Sox fan, so fuck those guys.
Wait, did the Sox win? No,
2003.
they did, right? Not
2003 or
recently, but I remember them winning some time ago. But I don't really follow baseball like that. I don't care.
Yeah. Whatever the year was after the Mariners won it, I don't know.
Oh, the year they beat the Yankees,
Did they beat the Yankees?
the Marlins. Oh, the Mariners. Sorry, I heard Marlins.
No. Yeah, no.
The Mariners won the. Oh, wow, I really don't follow fucking baseball.
No, that was when they had Ichiro Suzuki, but he just retired. But yeah, no, being from Iowa, it's definitely we're in the center of everything.
Do you see more pro sports fans combined, scattered amongst all the different teams, or do you see more University of Iowa? I see more University of Iowa Hawkeyes shit.
More Hawkeye shit, but they also have their own like sports allegiances.
Probably,
but
yeah,
at the same time, it's like, I mean, that's also Eastern Iowa. Central Iowa is Iowa State. You know, like the Cyclones.
that's right,
And
that's
like
right.
Northern Iowa is like UNI, University of Northern Iowa.
That's right.
Panthers.
That's right.
And then there's also a bunch of people that like pay attention to D3 schools because there's like 20 D3 schools in Iowa, like 20 like private liberal arts colleges.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a following for soccer?
No,
Probably
God,
not,
no,
right?
we were awful. We were bad. We were not a good team.
Do the good teams get coverage? Were there any good teams?
There, our conference. We were the worst team in our conference.
Got it.
Absolute dog shit.
Because
we
you
were so
went
bad.
there. Am I right, folks?
Yeah,
I'm
no
kidding.
kidding. We had my senior year. We had this.
No, I'm
guy,
kidding. You were a great water boy. No, it's all good.
We had this guy from Germany named Martin, and he.
Martin.
Good old fucking Martin. He's batshit insane, but like this dude was ranked #1 in the nation for Division III in yellow cards received.
Hey, so that's where you got that joke.
Yeah,
Got
it was not a joke. I remember it, and doesn't count the 2 red cards he got senior year either.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, we weren't good. There were like 3 or 4 teams.
And he
in our
came from
conference.
Germany to play
Yeah,
soccer?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But no, there were like 3 or 4 teams in our conference.
Actually, that's how you know he sucked because.
Oh no, he plays
Germany's-
for a semi-pro team.
Oh, does he? Really? Wow. Because the Germans have the better soccer. Why wouldn't you stay there? You'd only not
He was
stay
an
there.
exchange student. Yeah,
All
so
right,
like he
well.
just was there for like a year.
Oh, so he only played a year. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like 3 or 4 of the teams in our conference were like nationally ranked, like top 25 teams. So like that was, yeah, we weren't good. We never won.
Our football team, I think, went to. How far did they get? Our football team, I forget, but they were, I think, nationally ranked at some point. One of the quarterbacks got drafted by the Cardinals.
Oh shit,
Arizona
Right.
Cardinals. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Fucking who cares?
No, that's the thing is like Iowa college sports is really big, and yeah, professional sports not.
Not the comedy though. Fuck.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
that's the thing is like we are so in the center of everything that we pay attention from afar.
Right,
we don't
right.
actually like want to experience it here. We want to see it like from a distance.
Right.
You know, like with comedy, everybody just watches Netflix. You know,